Good evening. I would like to welcome everyone to the May 28th council meeting of City of Mayfield Heights. May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Balestrea,
Present.
Mr. Mano,
Here.
Mr. Medic,
Here.
Mr. Minor,
Here.
Mrs. Sabetta,
Here.
Mrs. Snyder,
Here.
Ms. Talbin.
Here.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next is the approval of the minutes from our May 12th, 2025 council meeting. I hope everyone's had time to read these minutes over. Are there any minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Moved.
Moved by Mrs. Savetta
Second.
and second by Ms. Talbin. Are there any changes, amendments, or deletions to these minutes? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? These minutes have been approved as written. Next on the agenda are correspondence and announcements. Does any member of council have any correspondence or announcements?
I do.
Mrs. Sabetta.
Thank you, Madam President. The Chagrin River Watershed Partners annual board meeting was on May 15th in the Gates Mills Village. The upcoming events were presented by several meetings, action items, along with an area group workshop, and considering all the needs and concerns and challenges of each area under the Chagrin River watershed. I have a full summary. It's available via email if you're interested. Thank you.
Thank you. I also wanted, did you have something to say?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Talbot.
Yes, I attended a special meeting with the Ohio Department of Transportation. They were looking for input for their 2050 strategic plan. So I brought postcards to everybody here, and anybody who's watching who would like to participate in a survey for input can go to the URL publicinput.com /V 54281 and give your input about transportation.
Thank you. Anyone have anything else? I just wanted to thank Nick Tagg from the Parks and Rec Department for such a wonderful Memorial Day service. A ton of work goes into that event, and it was truly amazing. And I also wanted to thank Mr. Chuck Brunello for the flyover. It couldn't come at a better time. Thank you. All right, we will move to reports of officers, beginning with the mayor.
Thank you, Madam President. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone had a peaceful, relaxing Memorial Day. I will echo what Mrs. Snyder said. Our Memorial Day ceremony was exceptional this year, a lot in part to Nick, and a great speaker, Dr. Don Spanner. And I want to thank the Service Department for their setup, tear down. They're sprucing up the place every year for Memorial Day. We appreciate that. And also the Police Department and Fire Department Honor Guards for their participation. Makes the event really special. Community Partnership on Aging presents a brain health series presented by the Alzheimer's Association and AARP. The event series will be held at the Highland Heights Community Center. These insightful sessions will provide valuable tips on brain health, aging, and dementia care. And those dates are June 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th from 12:30 to 1:30. And if you would like to register, you can call 216-978-5050. Gentle yoga for our senior citizens is held every Wednesday at 1 p.m. at the ACC. All abilities are welcome. Be sure to bring your own mat. And the Aquatic and Community Center will have some new classes this summer for our seniors. Water walking, aqua Zumba, and aqua aerobics for Mayfield Heights residents, season pass holders that live in our school district, and Silver Sneaker active members. Call the ACC to sign up at 440-442-2627. And final reminder, not final reminder, a last reminder, Unity Days is June 20th through the 22nd. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Are there any questions for the mayor? Law Director, Mr. Schmidlin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Nothing much. I am currently working with the Police Department and the Building Department in drafting some legislation to address the retail tobacco and vaping shop situation, which I hope to have in front of you soon. I also just want to take this opportunity to personally thank Mr. Brunello for promptly returning all my phone calls and emails and moving some matters along that came up today. Other than that, that concludes my report.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Schmidlin? Director of Finance, Mrs. Scully.
Thank you, Madam President. On the agenda tonight, there's 2 items from the Finance Department. The first is our annual alternative tax budget. This is done annually. We submit it to the county, which requests our property tax funds. It's a 2-part, so we submit this estimated budget requesting the funds, and then they send us back tax rates, which we'll approve after summer recess. Then the other item is a budget adjustment request for increases for the pool, community center, and the Parks Department. The legend explains what the requests were. That concludes my report unless there's any other questions.
Any questions from council? Okay, thank you. We will now move to reports of committees, commissions, and boards, beginning with the Building Committee, Mr. Medic. Oh, I keep on forgetting that. We're going to back it up for a minute.
Department directors?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to move to directors of the departments. Is there anyone that wants to be heard this evening?
Good evening. Resolution 2025-26 is before you tonight. It's a resolution asking for authorization to enter into an agreement with IO Solutions. It's a testing company for promotional. We've used this testing company for the past 4 years. It's tested, proven, and I've gone through the testing process as a candidate and now as chief, viewing the results. We've used a number of different companies over the past several decades, and I can tell you this company is by far the most accurate and comprehensive of the testing companies we've used. So I highly recommend using this company. Any questions either now or when it comes up? I'd be happy to answer.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other directors?
Good evening, everybody. Ordinance number 2025-23 is on the agenda tonight. It's an item that deals with signage in the corporate park. There is just one correction that I left in there that I'm hoping that we can amend on the fly. It's just crossing out one word. It says 80-20 square feet instead of 80 square feet. So I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention before it's voted on. Okay?
You said 820 instead of,
Yeah, so I accidentally left the 20 in there. It's supposed to read shall be no larger than 80 square feet, and it currently reads shall be no larger than 80-20 square feet.
Okay.
So if we could just cross that 20 out and pass the thing, that'd be great.
okay, thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to be heard? You're good? Okay. Now we will move to the reports of committees, commissions, and boards, beginning with the building.
Thank you,
Committee,
Madam
Mr. Beck.
President. The Building Committee did not meet, so I do not have a report. Thank you.
Thank you. Finance and Audit Committee, Mr. Minor.
Thank you, Madam President. We did not meet, so I do not have a report.
Thank you. Legislative Committee, Mrs. Sabetta.
Thank you, Madam President. Ordinance 2025-18. Council has the joint building and legislative meeting minutes. I would like, when the time comes, to make a motion to remove this from the table and place on the agenda. Thank you.
Thank you. Public Works and Service Committee, Mr. Balistreo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Public Works and Services did have a meeting on May the 13th. We discussed the NEO-RSD MCIP application parameters for the Washington Sewer Project for 2026. The minutes are on your desk tonight. There were other items that were discussed as well that you can review in the minutes. That's number one. And number two, just again, the town hall meeting for the Marnell residents will be held on June the 11th at the ACC at 6 p.m. to discuss the AECom reports relative to the sewer project. I encourage all council members to attend. The letters are currently going out to the residents. And we will have packets together for all those residents with the reports from the city engineer, and we will have representatives from HELP to talk to the residents, as well as the Home Heritage as well. So we'll have, helps there for them to get additional resources when they need to do, with whatever they need to do to their properties. Okay?
Great.
If there's any questions, be happy to answer them.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Balistreo. All right, Recreation and Parks Committee, Don Mano.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. The Aquatic Center is getting ready to open as soon as temperatures cooperate someday. Updates on closing or changes of the schedule can be found by following our Facebook page, City of Mayfield Heights Parks and Recreation, or in the website at www.mayfieldheights.gov. Weather permitting, we will be open this Saturday and Sunday, and then our regular season opening day is Friday, June the 6th at 11:30 a.m. You can stop by the Aquatic Center to purchase your pool pass, and if you have not already purchased, now's the time to do so. We're putting the final touches on the 2025 Unity Days Festival. This year's event will be held June 20th through the 22nd, three-day event, with our annual parade on Sunday, June 22nd, with step-off at 1 p.m. from the Greens of Lyndhurst and ending at Golden Gate Plaza. We are pleased to announce that we are bringing back carnival rides. Full details will be updated on the website as they are finalized. That's my report.
Perfect. Any questions for Mr. Mano?
Pardon?
No, I asked if there were any questions for you. You're good. Safety and Transportation, Mrs. Talbot.
We did not meet, so I do not have a report.
Thank you. Board of Zoning Appeals, Mrs. Sabetta.
Thank you, Madam President. The Board of Zoning met on May 13th. As a result of the meeting, Resolution 2025-25 is on the agenda. Council does have the meeting minutes. I do encourage the applicant to address council during the public portion. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Sabetta. Any questions? And Planning Commission, Mr. Balistreo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Planning Commission did meet on May the 19th. Council was copied on the minutes. As a result of that meeting, there is one ordinance and one motion on the agenda this evening, and we can discuss at that time.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Balistreo? We will now proceed to the public portion of the meeting. Pursuant to City Code, each person will be allotted 5 minutes to speak, with a maximum of 30 minutes allotted for the entire public portion. If you are here in connection with an agenda item, this is your opportunity to address council. If you would like to be heard this evening, please fill out the form at the public entrance. And during the public portion, I will call each person wishing to speak to the podium. Please state your name and address for the record and speak clearly into the microphone. It is 7:14, and I will open up the public portion. Well, Mr. Ben Chinaki. Come up.
Good evening, members of council, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Law Director. Ben Chinaki, 1375 East 9th Street, 10th floor, Cleveland, Ohio, 44114. I'm here on behalf of the property owners at 5901 Mayfield Road We are on your agenda in two separate places. The first piece is the resolution that Councilmember Sabetta referenced with respect to a variance. I'll speak briefly to that, and then I'll also speak to the overall redevelopment plan, which is in your motions section of the legislation as well. I have slides prepared in lieu of providing those to you now. I think you've probably all seen them before, but you're probably in your packet as well. Broadly, I'll outline what the project is and what the variance we requested and received from your Board of Zoning Appeals is. This is our second time through the process. You may recall last year, you authorized a redevelopment plan of the CVS building and the adjacent parking lot at 5901 Mayfield Road. Since that time, we've been sued, you've been sued with respect to some of the alleged approvals for that project, and we've gone and embarked upon a new redevelopment plan, which intends to redevelop the CVS building with 3 tenants and also construct a 5,000 square foot building in the parking lot that currently sits on the property. One of the items that was identified during the redevelopment process and the approval process this time around was there was a need for a variance with respect to a parking lot landscaping requirement. Put it in simple terms, we have a 2001 easement that requires us to adhere to certain parking rules. And in 2017, your code was amended to require landscaping every 10 spaces. We cannot comply with the terms of the 2001 easement and at the same time comply with the 2018 code updates. So we're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. We made a presentation to the Board of Zoning Appeals and explained that this constituted an undue hardship. Your Board of Zoning Appeals agreed and granted us a variance, and you have the opportunity to act on that tonight to approve it. The separate second item we're here on is final plan approval for the redevelopment site as a whole. We've met with and received final approval from your Planning Commission. Your Board of Architectural Review gave us final approval, subject to us receiving the variance that is on the agenda for you to consider tonight. Major items there, nothing significant. Everything is in order. Certainly, we are available, our team, to address any questions or comments you might have. Other than that, we welcome the opportunity to obtain final approval and move this project along.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to be heard this evening? Okay. I'll close the public portion. It is 7:17. Begin with resolution number 2025-25. Mr. Schmidlin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. 2025-25, a resolution confirming the action of the Board of Zoning Appeals of the City of Mayfield Heights and granting to Tommy Chesney, Onyx Creative, agent for Stanley Schwartz, Ohio LLC, and Bernard Schwartz, Ohio LLC, owners of 5901 Mayfield Road, a variance for parking lot landscaping, Cuyahoga County Permanent Parcel Number 861090001.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Mano
Second.
and second by Mr. Bellistrea. Roll call on the motion to suspend.
Mr. Mano?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta?
Yes.
Ms. Talbin?
Yes.
Mr. Balestrea?
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder?
Yes. Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Medic
Second.
and second by Mr. Minor. This is a resolution, this resolution is a request from the applicant for a landscaping variance for the property at 5901 Mayfield Road. All members of council should have received the minutes from the BZA. This was a 3-0 vote in granting the applicant the variance for the landscaping. And Mrs. Sabetta, would you like to go over anything from the meeting?
Thank you, Madam President. The applicant stated it very clearly. The property is subject to a parking lot easement, and the easement has been in place since 2001, stating and mandating 57 parking spaces. The code amendments require landscaping buffer, and the buffer would cause them to lose 8 spaces from the required 57. Therefore, they can't put in landscaping, and they have an easement stopping. This is a specific hardship of this property, and it's a need ask. The said request was granted because of the strict enforcement of the ordinance. It would impose on the owner a practical difficulty. It's a 3-0 vote. There were only 3 members present, making a quorum, and the applicant was aware.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Sabetta. Are there any questions? Ms. Talbot?
I'd just like something clarified. In the minutes, it says that the easement area requires 56, I think 57 spaces, but there are only 56. So I just was curious, since they have to have 57, but they only have 56. So
Can you help us out,
Mr.
Ben?
Chonacki?
just to clarify,
Yeah.
it seemed odd to me.
It's actually you gotta love lawyers, I apologize. The term of the easement actually mandates approximately 57 spaces. And so we're in compliance with it, with 56 spaces as designed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I saw mandatory, that's why I asked.
Mr. Balestria?
Well, Ben, you should have maybe stayed up there, I'm sorry. Thank you. Do you have any projection as to when, with approval, the final approvals being tonight, I assume, when you would start this project?
I do not. Sadly, the lawsuit has made it quite difficult for anything to be done.
Okay, thank you.
Before he sits down, does any member of council have any more questions?
I would just like to thank Ben and his client for going through this process without getting into the details. The litigation made this very much necessary. Thank you for being patient and understanding of that.
Council, you have a great administrative team. And Mr. Braden, Mr. Braden Thomas, we appreciate all his work too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we'll move to the vote. Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Medic?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta?
Yes?
Ms. Talbot?
Yes,
Mr. Balestria?
Yes.
Mr. Mano?
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder?
Yes, this motion has been approved. Resolution number 2025-26, Mr. Schmidlin.
2025-26, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with IO Solutions to provide civil service promotional testing services in the city of Mayfield Heights and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules?
Moved?
Moved by Mr. Minor and second by Mrs. Sabetta. Roll call on the motion to suspend.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta?
Yes?
Ms. Talbot?
yes,
Mr. Balestria?
Yes.
Mr. Mano?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder?
Yes, is there a motion to approve?
Move.
Moved by Mr. Mano
Second.
and second by Mr. Medic. Everyone should have received the memo from the chief regarding the need for the promotional testing in the police department. Their current eligibility list expired in July of 2024. We have used IO Solutions for the promotional testing in the past and have been very, very pleased with their services. You also heard from the chief this evening. Are there any further questions or comments from council? Okay, roll call on the motion to approve.
Mrs. Sabetta?
Yes?
Ms. Talbot?
yes,
Mr. Balestria?
Yes.
Mr. Mano?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder?
Yes. Resolution 2025-26 has been approved. Moving to resolution number 2025-27, Mr. Schmidlin.
2025-27, a resolution adopting the alternative tax budget information format for the city of Mayfield Heights, state of Ohio, for the fiscal year 2026 and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Minor
Second?
and second by Mrs. Sabetta. Roll call on the motion to suspend.
Ms. Talbot?
yes,
Mr. Balestria?
Yes.
Mr. Mano?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta?
Yes?
Mrs. Snyder?
Yes. Is there a motion to approve?
Move.
Moved by Mr. Belstraya
Second.
and second by Mr. Medic. The legislation is prepared annually and supported, or submitted to the Cuyahoga County to request tax dollars. This request is due by July 18th of '25. Does any member of council have any questions? Okay, roll call on the motion to approve.
Oh, sorry, that's me. I know. You roll. Mr. Belstraya.
Yes.
Mr. Mano.
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes.
Mr. Minor.
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta.
Yes.
Ms. Taubin.
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder.
Yes, this resolution has been adopted. We will now move to ordinances, beginning with ordinance 2025-21. Mr. Schmidlin.
2025-21, an ordinance to adopt the solid waste management plan for the Cuyahoga County Solid Waste Management District.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules?
Moved.
Moved by Mrs. Sabetta
Second.
and second by Ms. Talbin. Roll call on the motion to suspend.
Mr. Mano.
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes.
Mr. Minor.
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta.
Yes.
Ms. Taubin.
Yes.
Mr. Belstraya.
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder.
Yes. Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Mano
Second.
and second by Mrs. Sabetta. The development of the solid waste plan is a requirement of Ohio law. This is a state mandated plan to update as part of our countywide ratification process, which is currently taking place. The packets included both a summary sheet and the presentation from the Solid Waste District. No comments or issues from the city engineers or the city service department have been noted requiring this update. Does any member of council have any questions? Seeing none, roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Medic.
Yes.
Mr. Minor.
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta.
Yes.
Ms. Taubin.
Yes.
Mr. Belstraya.
Yes.
Mr. Mano.
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder.
Yes. This ordinance has now been approved. We're going to move to ordinance number 2025-22.
2025-22, an ordinance amending the original appropriations ordinance 2024-25 for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Mayfield Heights, state of Ohio, during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025, as previously amended by ordinances 2025-03 and 2525-14, specifically the supplemental appropriations of funds in various accounts and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Mano and second by Mr. Minor. Roll call on the motion to suspend.
Mr. Minor.
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta.
Yes.
Ms. Taubin.
Yes.
Mr. Belstraya.
Yes.
Mr. Mano.
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder.
Yes. Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Minor and
Second.
second by Mr. Medic. This is an amendment to our budget updating the appropriations for the Pool Community Center and the Parks Department. Everyone received the detailed explanations in their packets, and we also heard from Mrs. Scully. Any further questions about this ordinance? Okay. Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mrs. Sabetta.
Yes.
Ms. Taubin.
Yes.
Mr. Belstraya.
Yes.
Mr. Mano.
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes.
Mr. Minor.
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder.
Yes. This ordinance has been approved. We will now move to ordinance number 2025-23. Mr. Schmidlin.
2025-23, an ordinance amending Chapter 1177, Section 1177.03 of the codified ordinances of the city titled Permitted and Prohibited Uses.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Medic
Second.
and second by Mr. Belstraya. Roll call on the motion to suspend.
Ms. Taubin.
Yes.
Mr. Belstraya.
Yes.
Mr. Mano.
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes.
Mr. Minor.
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta.
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder.
Yes. Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Mano
Second.
and second by Mrs. Sabetta. This ordinance is to amend 1177.03 of the codified ordinance titled Permitted and Prohibited Uses. This update was recommended from the Planning Commission. Everyone should have received those minutes to review. They are allowed one sign per building and shall be no larger than the 80 square feet with approval from the Architectural Review Board and written permission from the property owner. Are there any questions from council? Okay. We have to amend it, though.
So
This time-
because of the 80/20, it'd be my suggestion, with your approval, that we just simply have the minutes reflected at the Scrivener's errors, as it doesn't affect anything substantial, substantive to it, or do you want to formally amend it?
Never.
I would ask for a motion to amend as suggested by.
Then I concur with the mayor. Don't ever
I
disagree
need
with
a
the mayor.
motion to amend as, oh, go ahead. I was just going to finish saying, as the building director had requested. So moved by Mr. Medic, second by Mrs. Cepeda. Roll call on the motion to amend.
Mr. Belstraya,
Yes.
Mr. Mano,
Yes.
Mr. Medic,
Yes.
Mr. Minor,
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta,
Yes.
Ms. Talbin,
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder.
Yes. Now we'll do a roll call on the motion to approve the amended. Yeah.
You just, you have to ask for a motion
Oh, we did.
on the amended ordinance. You just.
Okay, so we're going to
you
go
did
ahead
a
and
roll
ask for,
call on the
yeah, on the,
amendment. Now you gotta ask for a roll call or a motion.
To approve.
now we
as
need a
amended.
motion to approve as amended.
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Minor
Second.
and second by Ms. Talbin. Now roll call on the motion to approve as amended.
You didn't get a motion, did you? Oh, you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did.
Oh, you're confusing me.
Mrs. Sabetta,
Yes.
Ms. Talbin,
Yes.
Mr. Belstraya,
Yes.
Mr. Mano,
Yes.
Mr. Medic,
Yes.
Mr. Minor,
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder.
Yes. This motion has now been approved as amended. All right, now I'm going to ask for a motion to remove ordinance number 2025-18 from the table.
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Sabetta
Second.
and second by Mr. Belstraya. Roll call on the motion to remove this ordinance from the table.
Mr. Mano,
Yes.
Mr. Medic,
Yes.
Mr. Minor,
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta,
Yes.
Ms. Talbin,
Yes.
Mr. Belstraya,
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder.
Yes. Ordinance number 2025-18, Mr. Schmidlin.
Ordinance number 2025-18, an ordinance amending Chapter 1341 of the codified ordinances of the city titled Rental Properties and declaring an emergency. First reading, tabled 4/28/25.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules?
Moved.
Moved by Mrs. Sabetta
Second.
and second by Mr. Medic. Roll call on the motion to suspend.
Mr. Medic,
Yes.
Mr. Minor,
No.
Mrs. Sabetta,
Yes.
Ms. Talbin,
Yes.
Mr. Belstraya,
Yes.
Mr. Mano,
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder.
Yes. Hold up, we have a discussion for a minute, you see?
So again, the first time that this, thank you, the first time that this came up, there was again a missing part of it. For some reason, Section D, the penalty provision, did not print on the first time that it was read. So since then, it has been amended to include Section D.
So then we're going to make a motion to amend it. Amend 2025-18 to include the Section D titled penalty. So I need a motion.
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Sabetta
Second.
and second by Mr. Medic. Roll call on the motion to amend ordinance 2025-18.
Mr. Minor,
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta,
Yes.
Ms. Talbin,
Yes.
Mr. Belstraya,
Yes.
Mr. Mano,
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder?
Yes. Is there a motion to approve as amended?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Medic
Second.
and second by Mr. Mano. This matter was also discussed during the Committee of the Whole meeting on April 28th, and after deeper discussion and input from our building director at the Joint Building and Legislative Committee meeting held on May 6th, the consensus was to have something in place regarding short-term rentals to address the raise of Airbnbs rather than continuing a moratorium. Short-term rentals, Airbnbs, would be prohibited in areas considered a U1 residential district. The committee also recommended amending to the ordinance to include Section D, penalty, allowing the ordinance to be enforceable. Does any member of council have any questions about this new part that's added? Mr. Minor?
Can we just have clarification on what the penalty is? It says misdemeanor in the ordinance, but we normally take steps before we get there. I just want to put it out there, considering a reaction that happened last time. So can we just clarify what the penalties are and the steps that we would walk through?
Mr. Schmidlin?
So the penalty is, if you are convicted of this, is a first-degree misdemeanor, and the first-degree misdemeanor is defined by Ohio Revised Code and our code as a maximum 1 year in jail, or maximum 6 months in jail, maximum $1,000 fine. However, before you get there, there is a procedural process, administrative process that you have to go through. You'll be notified, you'll be warned, and then if it's not remedied, you get cited, and the citation goes to Lyndhurst Municipal Court where it'll be dealt with down there. That's the first degree misdemeanor is the maximum, 6 months, maximum $1,000 fine.
Thank you.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Balistreo?
there are listings on Verbo sites and Airbnb sites that list Mayfield Heights residents as having Airbnbs. With this ordinance now, I would ask the building department, Mr. Thomas, to maybe check out what those listings are and give those residents the proper notification that is now a prohibited use and does carry those consequences.
Good idea. Thank you. Ms. Talbin?
I'd also like to add that you can contact Airbnb or VRBO and let them know, and they then also will help to make sure that people aren't posting with cities who have ordinances that prohibit as well.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything further
In fact, we can send them a copy of our
of
ordinance.
our ordinance? Okay. All right. Any, Mr. Minor?
That's what I swear. It's more so for Mr. Thomas. Does this ordinance change anything operationally for you? Like, do you need anything additional in order to track the short-term rentals that fall into the approved zones? Was that?
Thank you, Councilman Minor, for bringing that up. As a matter of fact, no, this just gives us the additional tools that
Are
we
we hiring?
lacked
I'll
before.
be available
Okay.
after December.
That's what he needs.
Okay. Anything further from council? All right. Roll call on the motion to approve as amended.
Mrs. Sabetta?
Yes.
Ms. Talbin?
Yes.
Mr. Balistreo?
Yes.
Mr. Mano?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder?
Yes. Ordinance 2025-18 has been approved.
Madam Chair, I have a question. Just, maybe it's for Mr. Schmidlin. Do we have to do anything with the moratorium, or does this automatically negate the moratorium
It will expire. But this-
in
this-
December?
Yeah, this supersedes it, but it'll also expire.
Okay, so we don't have to take action. Okay.
We will now move to motions, beginning with motion A.
Motion A, a motion to authorize the service department to solicit bids for rock salt for the 2020. No? Okay, for the 2025, 2026 season.
Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Minor
Second.
and second by Ms. Talbot. We don't want to discuss that, so. I know. Are there any questions, though, from council? All right, roll call on the motion to approve.
Ms. Talbot?
Yes.
Mr. Belstrea?
Yes.
Mr. Mano?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta?
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder?
Yes. Motion A has been approved. Moving to motion B.
Motion B, a motion to approve the final site plan for a new 5,500 square foot building for the CVS property redevelopment located at 5901 Mayfield Road.
Is there a motion to approve?
Move.
Moved by Mr. Belstrea
Second.
and second by Mr. Mano. Everyone should have received the minutes and the plans from the Planning Commission for review. And are there any further questions? Good. Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Belstrea?
Yes.
Mr. Mano?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Mrs. Sabetta?
Yes.
Ms. Talbot?
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder?
Yes, motion B has been approved. This time, is there any new business or comments from council? Oh, all right. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Sabetta,
Second.
second by Mr. Minor. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you, everyone. We are now adjourned.
I only forgot once.